along the coast there. Lake Charles, Louisiana, all it's going right down the bottom. All the coastal areas are going to get battered with more rain. They need more rain like they need a hole in their head. God knows Lake Charles don't need any more. They've got enough. They've had enough problems. So does New Orleans and Louisiana itself. But again, flooding it out is not going to solve it. It's barely recovering from. It hasn't even fully recovered from Katrina. Last time I was there, it looked like a war zone hit. I mean, there was things being done, but unfortunately, that's another story in itself, because they didn't get all the funds they needed to rebuild anyway. Big skull about that. Never got. I don't know. Either way, they haven't fully recovered from Katrina. That was back in 2008, roughly, I think. Remember serves me right. And it was just as sad then as, unfortunately, Houston's going through the same thing. No, they didn't have a hurricane, but they got water dumped on them last 3 years. I know. I have friends that I can't get a hold of. It's a little unnerving, but hopefully they're okay. You have friends or family out there now you can't get all of them, you can contact, I'm sure the Red Cross there and probably FEMA. If not, they will be as soon as the waters recede some. I don't know exactly where all this hit, but it don't look good. But don't worry, I'm sure something will get done. I'm sure somebody will help. Red Cross and FEMA usually respond when there's a disaster like that. Somewhere, I hope. Meanwhile, that doesn't help either. I know that weighs on people's minds. And if you're in Houston, God knows I'm sorry. I doubt you'll be listening, but if you are, believe me. Now, I'm sure somebody will help you wherever you're at. And hopefully you've had contact with some kind of outside help. Fire department, police, I don't know. But there are people out there. There are decent people out there. There's a lot of decent people out there. Let's find those decent people. Let's get together and come up with something, have a conversation, see what we can do. Get something positive going. Might help. Doesn't hurt to try, that's for sure. I guarantee you that. There's got to be a way. I don't know the way. I don't have the answers, really. And I just wonder if we're going to go to war with North Korea. I don't know. China seems to be flexing its muscles, so maybe not. I guess they did something to offend China, too. That may be a plus for us, though. That may divert them from wanting to start anything with us, North Korea. I hope. But who knows? I don't know the dude's name, Kim Jong-un, or whatever his name is. I don't know. He looks like a hefty sack to me, but who knows? I don't know. Whatever he's up to, he must have made China mad in some way, because they don't deploy their military for no reason, or go out there and flex their muscles for no reason. China doesn't do that. They've been against this whole North Korea and America thing since day one. They didn't want Trump to do anything. They wanted Trump to wait. I'm sure you've watched your newscast. I'm sure you know this already. But you know how Trump is. He does what he wants. He don't care what anybody says. Which does not make for a very good president. Especially when you have to go through certain channels to get things done. Trump's not the type of person to go through channels. He isn't. He does what he wants, when he wants, whenever he wants. And if it hurts somebody along the way, oh well. He don't seem like he cares that much when he does it. Maybe he does. You'd think after all this, he said he learned something while sitting in the Oval Office, realized the presidency is not that easy, but tell me this. Why is Mitch McConnell and him having a silent treatment contest at the White House? There you go. There's our tax dollars hard at work there. Yeah. There you go. It's pretty sad when they're the topic of limericks on the Tonight Show and the butt end of jokes always. Real funny. Yeah, that's going to work. The silent treatment at the White House. You know, last time I gave somebody the silent treatment, I was in elementary school. Seems kind of odd that our own president and the majority House leader there, Mitch McConnell, are doing it. Explain that one to me, because I don't get it. That is not going to get a darn thing done in Congress or anywhere else for that matter. Unless you know sign language and understand it, or your own mind, maybe. But even that, still, what is that business? That is ridiculous. Get over it, people. Seriously. I do not understand it. When I heard that, I couldn't believe it. I thought I misheard it. Shame I couldn't rewind live TV. I would love to hear that again. Heck. I still don't believe it. So if somebody can explain it to me why that's a good idea and why, I'd be interested to hear that. But I bet you nobody out there knows or could explain it to me, because I've asked, and so far nobody's had any answers. I know I don't, unfortunately. Believe me, if I did, I wouldn't keep it a secret. Well, I wouldn't keep it a secret. They wouldn't be no fun, because I don't like it. And I know there's somebody out there sitting on their couch, in their chairs, in their bed, whatever they're doing, listening to this, probably wishing I'd shut up. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll shut up when you start helping me come up with a way to help make America great again, and stop all the rest of that stupidity, and start laying the blame where it belongs on the people causing the problems. Instead of, well, both sides are at fault. There you go. Which both sides are you talking about? You break it down, you got racism, you got blacks, whites, Mexicans, you got them all. So who's you talking about? What, white supremacists? The KKK? I mean, which one? They're all problems in one way or another. I mean, I don't see you out there doing anything to stop it or help it. Oh wait, we don't do anything to stop it or help it. That's why everybody's getting the upper hand on us, because we're too busy shooting, stabbing, and killing one another. That's what it is. Those things are keeping everybody else too busy to worry about it. The real problem is the racism. That's what's going to stop. That's where the problem comes in. People are too hung up on the color of somebody's skin and the language they speak or the country they come from. Get over it. I told you a few days ago. I'll tell you again. Doesn't matter where you're from or what color you are. Cut yourself, you're still going to bleed red. Guaranteed. Again. Doing all this, you never know. You might have to go back and see those people or run into them again. I keep telling you, I told you this last night. You will. At some point. So I tell people, don't burn your bridges before you pass. You never know when you're going to go back across. And you never know who you're going to run into doing it. You might run into the person you never thought you'd run into again. Whatever it is, you never know. You could. It'd be an awkward meeting, I can tell you that. Especially if you open mouth, insert foot, and chew vigorously. So, if you stabbed somebody, shot somebody, and they survived it, and you have to go back the way you came, and you run into them, that's going to be an awkward meeting there. I bet you money. If you're not big enough to apologize and admit you were wrong, which I doubt they'd accept it, if you shot them, stabbed them, or did something like that, I'm not sure that'd be big enough to forgive you either. You're supposed to, yes. At least that's what the Lord says in the Bible anyway. But so far we can't get past any of that. Not that I think we should get past it. Killing somebody is not a good idea. It's sad. Especially for the families that lost the person. Husband, son, daughter, it doesn't matter. You kill them, kind of just ruins everybody's day there. And believe me, funerals aren't cheap. They're over $9,000. Anybody that doesn't have life insurance, good luck paying for it. I don't have $9,000 ready to be able to pay for it either. Another reason to let's try to do something a little more positive. You know? Sure, you can get life insurance. It helps. For a while. till it's gone. Then what? You know, those families got to continue living whether somebody dies in their family or not. But still not the answer, guys. It really isn't. Unfortunately, dying will happen. Everybody's going to do it. I'd prefer them not to have to do it like that, though. And if you want a strange encounter, you never know when you're going to have to meet these people. May be that situation. May be some kind of disaster or whatever. Accident. It could be anything. Don't know. It could happen at any time. You just don't know. I know I've run into people I never thought I'd run into again in my lifetime, but I have. I've seen people I never thought I'd see again. But if I told you about that on here, they would never allow me to broadcast again on iHeartRadio or any other published thing they put it on. Trust me. Because it would not be appropriate for this. But I've been there, done that, people. Okay? Trust me. If I told you, I'd make your hair curl in places you never thought was possible. And if there's kids listening, it really would be inappropriate depending on when you hear this. So, we won't go there. Okay? But if ever you want to know, send me an email. Maybe we can discuss it. I have to get to know you first because I don't just tell anybody. Okay? But if you want to know something about me personally, I come from a broken family. I know what it's like to have a mom on drugs, a brother that drinks, and a dad that drinks. Needless to say, they've all passed away. And believe me, they didn't find their answer either, unfortunately. And as sad as that is, and as hard as it was on me as a kid, as a teenager even, believe you me, them dying from that is no easier than if you have a family member that gets shot, stabbed, or beaten, have the crap beat out of them. I won't tell you which word I was thinking of using because it would not be appropriate. And it definitely would not be published at that point. So we won't go there. So think about that, you know. I know you guys think about those things. Think about what I said tonight, people. There must be a solution. There's got to be. Let's have that conversation. You know, you guys, you got my phone number to text me on. It's my cell phone. You text me anytime you want, 24 hours a day. Hey, you can even email me. You want to chat like that? It's even better yet. You know you can send me an email. I have no problem with it. Just be respectful. I'm being respectful to you guys when I talk. I'm not blaming y'all. I don't blame y'all at all. I'm just asking you to have a conversation with me. That's all. I know you don't have all the answers. I'm sure you have ideas and opinions. I'm sure you have your say. It is a free country. We have a right to free speech, don't we? Put the damn guns and the knives down and use your mouths. Just be respectful about it. Come on now. If we have free speech, then use it. You have that right. So do I. So does everybody. We don't have to agree. We won't always agree either. But if we don't come to terms at some point and try talking, we'll never know. This can keep going. We can keep going down the same road we're on. Sure. Well, no problem. No problem at all, people. You go right ahead if you think that's the answer. By all means. Please let me know how far you get with it. You won't get very far. But hey, what do I know? Maybe y'all think I'm just a big idiot. Who knows? Maybe I am. Maybe it's wishful thinking on my part that people out there would want to have a conversation about finding a way to make things a little bit better than they are right now. Maybe we can't fix it, but we can try to help it. A conversation never hurt anybody. It's free. Use your computer and send me an email. Heck, get on your cell phone. Send me a text message. I'd tell you to call me collect, but I don't want to pay for that. Sorry, guys. And I don't have an 800 number for you to call either, or I'd give it to you. But I tell you what, just your cell phones are usually pretty easy going about that. Unlimited text, Call